If you have Googled a solution for winging scapula, you'll probably get a plethora of scapular protraction videos, and you also hear serratus anterior as the villain. And yes, serratus anterior is part of the cause, but not entirely. Hear me out. The reason serratus anterior cannot function properly is because of the structure underneath, the rib cage. The serratus anterior attaches on the medial border of the scapula, which is this inside edge of the scapula, and it also attaches on the first 9 ribs. Yup, you heard it right. The first 9 ribs. So you can imagine if there's something going on with the 9 ribs, then the scapula is going to run into some sort of trouble. You can work your serratus anterior to death, but it's still not going to fire properly, just because it's not given leverage to work properly, as there's something wrong with the base foundation. If you ever played Jenga, you'll know what I mean. Now try building on a structure with a weak foundation. Result ain't good, right? So how do we address the ribcage? This is where the unconventional part comes in. In order to address the ribcage issue, we need to get expansion in the front and back of the ribcage. And the sequence matters. The front of the ribcage is where we should focus our effort on first, because once we restore this, the sternum rises, or this is called a pump handle. Once it rises, the scaps can get into a better position, resting position, called the scapular plane. For this, we can use a short-seated single-arm cable horizontal row. Exhale as you are pulling, and inhaling as you are returning the cable to starting position. That should help us get some nice chest expansion as we inhale and have your arms reaching at 90 degrees. Once we restore scapular plane, and this sets the foundation for the serratus anterior to work. So now, we need the almighty serratus anterior to come on board to get us some nice posterior expansion of the rib cage in order for the muscles like the rhomboids, the lower tract to actually function properly. What we usually use is this Swiss ball plank. Now you got to have your elbows slightly wider than shoulder width. Then you got to think of protracting your shoulders to get a stretch across the back of your shoulder blades. Now lift your knees off the ground and keep your knees slightly bent. Hold for about 20 to 30 seconds and repeat for about 3 sets. Now remember to be breathing through this exercise, focusing on long inhales and exhale. And as you exhale, you should feel those side abdominals kick on. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.